All right, so we stopped at the lumbar vertebrae. It looks like the head of a moose. The snout, the spinous process looks like the snout of the moose with the little ears and all that. And remember, moose run through lumbar. They run through lumbar. All right, moose. They run through lumbar. I wonder what kind of sound moose make. And what's the plural of moose? Is it meese or what? I am totally curious. Anyway, this is anatomy. So much for that. For anatomy, we'll call them moose meese. Okay? And then the lumbar vertebrae, the vertebral body is super thick. Very thick. Now, the reason why is, of course, it's carrying most of the weight from above. So as you're going from above downwards, the vertebral body gets bigger because it's carrying more weight. And of course, the spinous processes, it also gets thicker too because there's more muscles being attached lower down for support of the body. And of course, you have your vertebral foramen through which the spinal cord passes. Now, I'm going to kind of try to arrange them on top of each other to show you something. Now, this will not give us an exact fit because this is not the exact proper combination. But if it were, let me try this one instead. This one might work better. It won't give me what I want. Okay. But if it were an exact fit, you would have okay. In between here, you'd have your intervertebral disc. Once again, medical terminology will always save you. Inter between vertebrae. Intervertebral disc lies between the vertebral bodies. The vertebral bodies are on the inside of the body, whereas the spinal cord through the vertebral foramen is towards the back, and the spine is towards the back. The spine of the vertebrae is towards the back. Now, laterally, you would have another foramen through which spinal nerves come out. Weird question would be, if let's say a person were involved in a car wreck and this bone shifts backwards, what's going to happen to the spinal cord? Borrow me a pencil. So we're going to have a temporary spinal cordish thingy. Spinal cordish thingy. This vertebrae moves back. And spinal cord is soft tissue, it's not hard. It's going to cut, at least get injured. So everything below this level will be paralyzed. So if that happens at the lumbar vertebrae, which is around where the legs are, which is where the nerves come off, where we defecate and pee are, this person will literally be passing poop and pee without control. They will lose, more likely than not, lose functioning of their limbs. If it happens around the cervical region, above the shoulders, they will lose some degree of function in their arms. They could lose breathing to their lungs. Literally, they could die, depending on the distribution of the nerve injury. All right. So when you hear the word quadriplegic, that means all four limbs are not functional. It could be a problem that occurred in the cervical region. If they are paraplegic in the legs, it could be something that happened in the lumbar or lower thoracic vertebrae. It could be because of some sort of injury. Or another question would be, let me see, what can I use? Let me try this. Let me try to use my ring. So let my ring represent the intervertebral disc, okay? If let's say the disc were to shift backwards and compress on the spinal cord, don't worry about it, we'll get to it, and compress on the spinal cord, it can equally cause paralysis. So a slipped disc can lead to paralysis, can lead to tingling sensations and a whole lot of pain. Any questions, people? No questions so far? Alright, so much for the vertebrae, and that's it for today.